Welcome back to Daily AI News at Let's Data Science. It's 2nd August 2026. Today, we're diving into some pivotal developments from the future of machine intelligence to major product launches. Let's get to it. Our top story today: OpenAI has disclosed that an internal version of Astra, which it describes as its next major model, produced 10 reported advances in mathematics and theoretical computer science. According to the company, the selected problems had seen no progress on their main results for at least a decade. Rather than releasing only benchmark scores, OpenAI published human prepared manuscripts created with model assistance, formal proof artifacts in the Lean Theorem Prover, and model reasoning narrations for each result. The reported work spans areas including sphere packing, coding theory, non-sophic groups, arithmetic circuit complexity, lattice cryptography, quantum complexity, and extremal combinatorics. A notable aspect of the announcement is that the Lean formalizations provide software checkable proof certificates, giving researchers concrete artifacts to inspect, instead of relying only on informal claims. OpenAI estimated the token cost of finding the 10 solutions at roughly $2,000 using Sol API pricing. At the same time, the company did not announce a release date, architecture, API details, or consumer availability for Astra, so its broader capabilities remain undisclosed beyond these research results. From frontier AI research to the infrastructure needed to run it, South Korean companies have announced a series of semiconductor and AI infrastructure cooperation projects that Seoul values at a reported $950 billion. The package combines a long-term SK Group semiconductor supply arrangement reportedly worth $750 billion with a Samsung Electronics and Broadcom Memorandum of Understanding estimated at more than $200 billion over 5 years through 2030. Samsung says the collaboration covers high bandwidth memory, advanced packaging, and foundry manufacturing at 2 nanometers and below for Broadcom's next-generation AI accelerators. Separate plans also describe proposed AI data centers totaling 5 gigawatts of capacity and 2 million GPUs. The headline figure should be interpreted carefully. These announcements combine supply agreements, planned investments, and memorandums of understanding rather than a single completed purchase or booked revenue event. Delivery schedules, construction milestones, and technical execution will determine when these projects translate into real-world AI compute capacity. Shifting from AI infrastructure to deployment economics, OpenAI has significantly reduced API pricing for 2 members of its GPT 5.6 family. GPT 5.6 Luna now costs 20 cents per million input tokens and $1.20 per million output tokens after an 80% reduction. GPT 5.6 Terra received a 20% cut, falling to $2 per million input tokens and $12 per million output tokens, while GPT 5.6 Sol pricing remains unchanged. OpenAI attributes the reductions to improvements in model serving and production software, including efficiency gains from Sol-assisted kernel work, although those operating figures are company-reported. The company also introduced fast mode for the API, replacing priority processing, with GPT 5.6 Sol offering higher speed at a higher price without changing model intelligence. Lower Luna and Terra pricing also means those models consume fewer credits within paid Codex and ChatGPT work subscriptions. For engineering teams running high-volume inference, the announcement further emphasizes that cost per successful task is becoming a key competitive metric alongside model quality. As AI capabilities expand, courts are continuing to define their legal boundaries. The Delhi High Court has granted former Indian cricketer Yuvraj Singh an ex parte interim injunction against unauthorized use of his name, image, voice, likeness, and other personality attributes, including AI-generated deepfakes. Justice Jyoti Singh found that Singh had established a prima facie case for protection of his personality rights. The order restrains named and unidentified defendants, social media users, online sellers, and intermediaries from creating, publishing, or commercially exploiting those attributes without authorization. Reporting indicates that platforms including Meta Platforms, Amazon Seller Services, and Flipkart Internet were directed to remove specified infringing material. The ruling does not prohibit generative AI generally. Instead, it focuses on unauthorized impersonation and commercial exploitation of a specific individual's identity. Because this is an interim order rather than a final judgment, the broader legal questions remain unresolved. But it highlights the growing operational importance of consent, provenance, and responsive takedown processes for AI platforms. Continuing with AI governance, Google is testing a Search Console control that lets some United Kingdom publishers opt out of AI overviews, AI mode, and AI features in Discover while remaining in traditional search. NewsDash also reported that top stories appeared inside AI overviews in 15.5% of tracked United States cases and 17.46% of United Kingdom cases, highlighting a trade-off that publishers still cannot fully measure because AI-specific click data is unavailable. From search to physical infrastructure, SpaceX AI says an agreed order with Mississippi regulators requires all 69 temporary gas turbines at its Southaven site to be removed by July 2027, with removals beginning as early as August 2026. The company says a permitted 1.2 gigawatt plant with 41 permanent turbines will replace them, while legal disputes over the temporary units continue separately. Looking at enterprise adoption, Okta's Enterprise AI Index analyzed sanctioned application access across more than 20,000 organizations and found that most customers now use multiple AI platforms. The report reflects Okta's single sign-on deployments rather than the entire market, but it points to growing identity and governance challenges as organizations combine services from providers including Anthropic, OpenAI, Microsoft, Google, GitHub, Slack, Adobe, Figma, and Notion. On the reliability front, the Roseville Police Department reported that Flock safety cameras misread license plates in 71% of 1,427 crime-related alerts reviewed from 2023 and 2024. Flock attributed the results to Roseville's older hardware and unusual camera placement, while the department disputed claims that later performance had improved. Turning to international policy, Indonesia and India are exploring cooperation on AI research, talent development, startup support, and digital infrastructure following a Jakarta session on Indonesia's AI roadmap. Officials described the countries as complementary partners, but no funded programs, named participants, or implementation timelines have yet been announced. And finally, researchers including Kenichukwu Nwajiaku reported a Gaussian process-enhanced model predictive control method for shaping craniomaxillofacial fixation plates. The work, involving Case Western Reserve University and Ohio State University, was evaluated in emulated manufacturing experiments. It represents an early medical manufacturing research result, rather than evidence of patient-tested autonomous surgical systems. And that's your AI briefing for today. The landscape is moving faster than ever, and we'll be here to track it with you. For more insights, visit us at letsdatascience.com. Thanks for tuning in, stay curious, and we'll be back tomorrow with the latest in AI.